G'day, Livio, Regano with tonight's weather. Widespread rain of intensity rarely seen in history has put much of greater southeast Queensland underwater and may not subside until Sunday. The flood situation is evolving quickly, so please stay abreast of warnings. 415 millimetres fell at Pomona in the 24 hours to 9 a.m, 316 at Coran and numerous falls above 200, mainly in the north. And since 9 a.m, a further 208 mils fell at Coran, with over 100 millimetres at several coastal locations, including Coolum and Maroochydore. Today's top temps were all between 23 and 24 degrees, about 5 below average. More noteworthy are this morning's high minimum temps and humidity. Now let's look at the satellite loop. This enormous blob of cloud, it did finally make it ashore as expected, a little bit more complicated. There's an upper low, which is the driving force, but you'll see when you see on the chart that there's an offshore trough that's enhancing the rainfall. It's gone right up through the Wide Bay into the Eastern Downs, and it's going to hang around for at least another 24 hours. This is today's chart. The offshore trough has now come on shore. That's this dotted line, and I've drawn it in such a way that the heavy weather is now over land. Remember, it's the upper low that's producing the uplift that produces all this heavy rain, but the slightly different wind directions around this trough are converging together and the air's forced to go up, and that's where you're getting all the heavy cloud formation. On tomorrow's chart, the trough moves offshore again, but it maintains the intensity of rain and also the intensity of wind. You can see the tightly packed isobars, so very strong winds once again. On the outlook chart, this is Sunday now. It'll still be raining, but it's the first sign that the rain should start to ease up, and so too should the winds as they turn more northeasterly. So now the latest from the Weather Bureau. The boating forecast for Sunshine Coast waters, that strong wind warning continues through tomorrow for 20 to 30 knot easterlies on a 2.5 metre swell. Winds easing and shifting northeasterly by Sunday. Only small tides this weekend, with the moon having only just gone through last quarter. Tomorrow we've got highs at dawn and dusk and low halfway between. Now the Southeast Coast District, a severe weather warning for locally intense rainfall and flood warnings for several rivers. Maroochydore and Gympie 26 degrees and Nambour 25. Looking ahead for Maroochydore, rain breaking gradually from Sunday, but lighter showers could persist well into next week. Temperatures near enough to average, but humidity remaining high. And that's a wrap for this week's weather. The last full week of summer. Hope you enjoy the weekend, whatever weather it brings, and I hope you come join me next week to do it all over again. Here's Robbie Sherwell with all the info on the troubled surf.
Thanks, Livio. With a low pressure trough sitting basically over us, it's been wild and woolly for the last couple of days and looks set to continue at least over the next 24 to 48 hours. Not only is that low pressure trough going to sit over us, but there's a big low out at sea off central Queensland, and it is producing a solid swell. The swell boys off the Lullaby today were showing between 3 and 4.5 to 5 metres, which is equating around that 2 to 3 metres of swell on the coast beaches. Now tomorrow the winds are east-southeast between 20 and 25 knots. That's what the forecast is. On Sunday we are looking at more southeasterly winds between 15 and 20 knots. Tomorrow all roads are leading towards the points at Noosa if you're looking for a surf. On Sunday it's going to be the points at Noosa. It's probably also going to be worth checking out down around Alexandra Headlands, Point Cartwright and maybe even Moffat's on the southern end. Now for swimming, forget about the ocean over the weekend. It's so dangerous out there. Not only have we got very unstable sandbanks, but with this swell, massive undertows and big rips. Make sure the beach is open before you do enter the water. Stay at waist-depth water only. I suggest a public swimming pool once again. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, even though it's going to be wet across the coast beaches. Now it's back to you, Rob.
Well, Robbie, thank you, mate. Make the most of the weekend, won't you? We'll leave you with some images now of this amazing intense weather event. Take care. Good night.
Tonight in 7 News, scenes reminiscent of